What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today we're going to be talking with none other than about Questionable Plays EX-10 case tournament. 27 players went in and duked it out, and we have the top 4 broken down for you, and just some other news that'll be great to talk about. So without further ado, let's dive into the video and talk about it. So first off, Questionable Plays EX-10 case tournament, 27 players. Popular decks that we saw across the board: 4 Omnimon, 3 Malamyotis, 2 Bielsa, 2 Luce, 2 Pyramides. First time appearance: Black War Greymon, Bloomlord, Dark Masters, Gallant, Gamamon, Genkumon, Imperial Dramon, Kaya, Marimon D, Lord Knightmon, Machine Dramon DM. You have Magna X, Antibody, Purple Hybrid, Royal Knights, and Shine Greymon all duking it out. So this was the top 4 winners after the four or 5 rounds of Swiss, and first, second, and third as goes file. 2 different Omni versions, one focusing on CS, the other one focusing a little bit more on just regular Omni. Then you had DM Chimera with the promos, was nasty, and then 4th place was none other than Gallant. Plenty of pictures to see. This was the top 8. Sadly, I don't know all their lists, so I can't really tell you further than this, but I know these 2 lucky boys. But taking a look though, Rogue State. So if you guys want October 25th, make sure you guys show up. There is another case tournament for BT23. Then we have none other than Questionable Plays at Rogue State, Milwaukee, New Jersey. So if you guys want to, this one has a $1,000 tournament. They are gift card pricing. I would show up and attend, pre-registering, make a trip out of it. Perfect timing for holidays. They always pay out that price, by the way. They are, even if they don't have enough players to fire it, technically they will pay it out. But let's try to get to 60 players plus in this event, because again, support this amazing team because they always dish out what they promise. And then in January 31st, 2026, Time Stranger case tournament as well. And then Saturday, February 21st, 2026, Dawn of the Liberator case tournament as well. So there's a lot of case events coming on for Questionable Plays, so definitely show up if you can. I commentate a good amount of them, so it'll be great to see you guys come. Now, here is just some lists you guys can see. There's plenty of decent picks. But the final place was Omni, DM, Gallantmon. All great players. They did a great job here. Now let's take a look. Here is Corey Kai's CS version of Omni. So focusing on using Nokias and Mirai's, no Matt or ties in the list at all. But, you know, they also have access to this Nokia that's basically on play an Agu or Gabu from your hand without paying its cost. And then when digivolving one of your Digimon to a Digimon in your hand with Greymon or Garou or Omni in its name, you by spending this tamer reduce the cost by 1. This came up in some matchups and got him lucky to win. This was one matchup in particular he mentioned while on the car ride home. He mentioned that they hit this and he was able to basically get back into the game. If his opponent didn't knock the Nokia out into the field, I think he said he was going to be struggling hard. But Cliff is a very prominent player when it comes down to deck's choices. This one has been one that's been close to his heart lately. He's been on this deck since the introduction back in BT17 when that was the main focal point. So it's kind of cool to see where he goes and builds with it, but CS definitely pulled him ahead. Now, you do have the more Matt and Ty variant, where players do see Omnimon Alter S and just focus on going in that. As you could see, paired to Cliffs that focused on a little bit more on the Omnimon CS, paired to Alter S. Yes, Alter S was at 3, but definitely focusing on CS. Now, you did have DM Chimera. Not a lot of players are on DM Chimera, but there is the promo. Oh, geez. It did not get everything, did it? Let's try to get everyone this time. Please and thank you. Let me see. Let's grab it all. Copy. Sometimes that happens. It just doesn't grab everything when you're trying to copy and paste, but that's fine. We're going to import this bad boy and get you the proper list that you guys want. So, So playing 1 analog man, 2 of the old school analog youth, 4 of the new analog youth, playing insane synthetic monster as a way of drawing. Just playing this down, it's a draw 2 basically, and trash 2 cards from your hand, which again you want to do with Chimera and just go off. But again, plays like a Highlander deck, hyper focused on a lot of 1-ofs just to combo off. But again, very great plays he did, and give him credit where credit is due, right? Now we do have Gallant. Wow, I messed that up too. Let's see if we can grab everyone. Oh, now let's see. Now let's take a look here. Oh. Nope, this is what I want. No. Let's try again. That should do it. There we go. So plays 1 scrambled, 4 offensive trading, 2 red men boost, and a Toccato. Gallimon Crimson mode ace as a not a bad ace tech choice. I know that you could play War Growl ace, but again, up to you how you want to build the deck. There is no real wrong answer to build the deck. It's up to player's choice. The deck has a lot of good core engines, but there's plenty decent flex spots to make you choose what you want. Now let's take a look here. We do have Black War Greymon doing some things. I saw this on stream. Yukio is pretty cool. The fact that you have Digital Gate open as a way of grabbing some of these tamers and then grabbing your Digimon is really good, and be able to play your tamers for free. A solid tech choice. Black War Greymon ace. This was the first time someone was really testing this out, and it's kind of cool to see. Gives you a good understanding where people are going. Trident Arm is a great tech choice because, again, being able a 6-cost option to de-digivolve 3 of one of your opponent's Digimon. If you de-digivolve an ace, you're in a good spot, and then forces your opponent to attack, which again is not a bad play, right? If you already have the ultimate ready and online and you know you can just blast ace, you can just de-digivolve, make it a little rookie, and just swing in and just make your opponent have a bad day. So yeah, I think this is pretty solid on tech choices. I don't have a disagreement. I think the only thing I would have probably changed is the Koro Egg to black base, but that's just me. Excuse me? I grabbed everything off of that. Screw you. Oh, well, apparently it just did not want to go. We already talked about the Gallant. But Black War Greymon doing Black War Greymon things. Now, Beelzemon showed up in 2 chances for the deck to do something. Definitely a pilot understanding and mastery is something you need behind this deck. Beelzemon Blast Ace is really solid. I love the spicy Wizardmon from EX-10. It's very unique. It's giving retaliation, and yeah, I like that concept. You got Wizardmon as well. Spicy to tech in Balmon and Balmon X Antibody. I don't know. They do play 1 X Antibody, so kind of getting it back in rotation is not a bad call. And it does trash 3 cards and, you know, deletes one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon instead. Pretty good tech. I still would prefer probably being able to play my stuff again over anything else, but that's just me. But really solid. Now, we did talk about the Greymon. Dark Master's doing something. They did tech in Black War Greymon Ace. They have Digimon Emperor, Spiral Mountain, 1 Medieval Gallant. Again, a lot of people's bane in existence is Medieval Gallant right now, just because of how strong it is as a 1-card tempo. But I mean, Kairi, Matt Ishida, this is nothing out of the ordinary that we haven't really seen for Dark Masters besides Black War Greymon Ace. So, looks pretty good. Having Grand Quagga Ace and Puppetmon Ace is pretty solid as well. And then we have none other than our boy Metallic Dramon. Magnetic Dramon, actually. So this card basically being able to be the newest deck of the set. The fact that it can loop Tumblemon like crazy, getting that extra memory matters, being able to de-digivolve a lot of threats, and having clothes being able to handle a lot of work really shows off. Why did you do that when I asked for Pyramidi incomplete? Doop. I know I copied and pasted the whole thing, so there is no way I missed this. So they missed 5 cards. Probably there's mem setter close and probably some sort of promo, so those last 3 cards should be that. To be straight honest with you, I don't see it out of the ordinary there. Yeah, I think it might be 3 starter decks. No. 3 of the mem setter one and 1 of the other. But all in all, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.